What time is it? Tater time. That's what it is. It's tater time. I got taters from Haas Tools today. And here is the box full of the taters that we're going to be planting in our garden. And I'll be using the help of my little helpers, my two daughters and my cousin, their cousin. Yes. And we're going to get to this tater time. Can you say it?
Tater time, yes.
That's right, tater time. So,
yes,
what do you think? What do you think?
Tater time.
Hey everyone, it's Adam here, and we are going to be planting taters today. So it's potato seed planting day at the GYV residence. And I've done a little bit of research on when to plant potatoes in Florida, and now is the time. This is our window of opportunity to plant them. I could have planted them a little sooner, but my taters came in just a couple days ago, so we want to get them in the ground. And also, behind me, I want to show you all the different types of potatoes that I've ordered that we plan on growing in our garden. So come with me, check out what I'm doing, and I hope you enjoyed this episode on tater planting time. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate it. So here we go. So here are all the potato seeds we plan on planting in the soil today. And we have a good variety here that we plan on doing. And these all came from Haas Tools. They arrived in this box right here. You can even see a little bit of the soil on the bottom. You know, it's just these bags tossed into a box, mailed to your door. Can't beat it. And so real quick, I want to go over what I have here. So this is purple Majesty potatoes. These are supposed to be purple in the middle, so that's pretty cool. And then we have Kennebec. This is a white potato. And over here we have a red Viking potato. So, and then moving on, we have Austrian crescent potato. And these are like fingerling style potatoes. They're really looking forward to these. There seems to be some really good reviews about this. And last but not least, had to get it. I heard they're awesome. German butterball potatoes. So plan on planting all these potatoes. I don't plan on cutting up the potatoes. I'm just looking forward. I have enough potatoes to do what I need to do in my garden. So that's my plan, and I'm sticking to it. So catch you in the garden. All right, so my plan has been that I've always wanted to grow potatoes. Just never had the room to do so. Now I do. I have a big garden. It's about 3,500 square foot garden in ground. And you know, I had plans to do grow a cover crop of mustard before doing the potatoes, but you know, life throws you lemons and you got to make lemonade, and I didn't get to that. So you know, I wish I did, but I don't think it's going to be the end of the world. We're going to get these things in the ground because I don't want to miss that opportunity to grow potatoes this year. And yeah, so I just want to show you what my game plan is, what we plan on doing, and we're just going to make it happen. So that's the joys of gardening. You can just follow your own rules, but there's certain rules you really don't want to mess with too much. You definitely don't want to plant your food crops in the wrong season. So you don't want to plant potatoes in the middle of summer. Don't do that. You know, there's certain things, you just time it out. Spring, fall, winter. Luckily here in Florida, you know, we can grow all the way through winter. And you're going to see in the background of my video, my winter garden. I think we've had one hard frost and all of my plants made it through. I think I only covered the strawberries twice. So, but let me show you what I'm talking about with my tater locations and what I plan on doing, and I hope you enjoy it, and let's do this. So, originally I was thinking I was gonna plant 5 rows of taters in the front garden, and this is my front garden over here. So, and I was gonna do 5 rows, but I decided I was gonna plant something like close to 100 watermelon plants in the front here. So this is gonna be crazy up front. I think that's my plan. I'm gonna go nuts on the watermelons this year. But then I was like, okay, I'll put 5 rows back here. It's not as many potatoes as I was thinking I was doing, but hey, you know, I'm gonna get it done. So I was gonna do 5 rows here near the arch trellis, but I'm thinking I'm not gonna get as much sun over here because it's gonna be blocked by these areca palms and these oak trees over here. So I've decided I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna move the taters to the east end of the garden where it will get more afternoon sun over here. So I'm thinking doing taters in that row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and probably 6. I think probably doing 6 rows of taters, especially this one right here has like a root ball of a cabbage palm tree that's in the middle of the row. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the row covers, apply a layer of cow compost, use my wheel hoe, dig in a farrow, apply a disease control, organic disease controlled soil drench to the farrow, and then plant my potatoes approximately 6-7 inches down in the ground, cover them up, and let Mother Nature take it from there. So that's what I plan on doing. So real quick too, I just want to give you another quick tour before we get to the prep work that I'm going to be doing here. Over here I have a silage tarp covering this section. Future expansion of the garden, just gonna let it take its course, let that silage tarp just suffocate the plants in essence with the heat and suppression of no sunlight, and that way take care of that area. And then my lettuces are done pretty much. Kohlrabi's growing. My cabbage is doing great. Onions, these are all onion sets I got from Haas Tools. They're doing great. These onions here I grew from seed. They're looking pretty good. And then my broccolis are done. I have already harvested 3 or 4 rounds of side shoots of broccoli heads off this, and I let this one in the back over here go to seed. So I do plan on saving some seeds. More cabbage. It just looks great. And then on the front garden, I have 3 rows of carrots, orange carrots, purple carrots, yellow carrots. So there's a variety of different types of carrots here, and they're doing good. We've been harvesting a little bit at a time. I'll pull one up for you guys. So that's what the carrots look like so far. And this is a purple carrot, really good. So, and then we have strawberries here, some beets, Brussels sprouts, more cabbage, and elephant garlic in the back. So that's a quick tour of what I'm growing if anybody's interested. And let's get to the tater time. Okay, so I went ahead and prepped the final destination of our tater plot, and I want to show you what I've done and what I've harvested, and just show you the process I have in place so far. I haven't planted any taters yet, but there's some things I do want to do within the farrow of planting the taters. I have some organic fertilizer and also a organic bio fungicide, I guess you could call it. I'll pull out the information about it. Normally I like to grow a mustard cover crop before doing any new season growing, but you know, life is throwing some lemons at me, and I'm just doing the best I can. So let me show you what's happening right now. So just 2 seconds ago you guys saw that I had row covers of the weed cloth with a variety of things in there growing, like lettuce and cabbage, and then some rows I didn't have anything. So what I've done is I've incorporated some inexpensive cow compost material I purchased from Home Depot. You can get it for like $1.95, $1.97 a per bag. Been using that for a couple years. Seems to work great. I do get a good harvest out of using it versus buying the $5 bags. So I want to show you what I've harvested out of these rows. So right down here is some lettuce, really good lettuce, by the way, from Johnny's Seeds. And then these are the cabbage heads. They're a little small, but I do have a bunch of other cabbage growing. I think these are King Savory cabbage heads. I purchased the seed from Haas Tools. Over here you can see I have more cabbage, and then back there I have like a whole row of cabbage. And my plans were, I always wanted to grow cabbage for St. Patrick's Day, and that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna harvest those in a couple more weeks, just before St. Patty's Day, and have some good stuffed cabbage. But what I want to do too is show you guys, I have a double wheel hoe with the Faro attachment on it. So right here. So this double wheel hoe attachment, I used to do this with just holding, let me put that down. I used to do this just with holding a regular hoe on an angle and just dragging it through. This seems like a little bit faster, more fun actually, running this wheel hoe. And it puts, when you do 2 passes, it puts a fairly deep furrow into the ground. And I think this is going to work out great for the potatoes. So I want to set it up on a tripod, demonstrate how easy it is to use the double wheel hoe. And I've had this double wheel hoe for a little bit. There's an unboxing video about the double wheel hoe in my channel if you want to watch it. And I'm going to show you this thing and keep going. All right, the double wheel hoe sure made it easy to dig these farrows out for tater time. And I'm really happy I got this double wheel hoe. It's made my job so much easier. So if you're thinking about getting a double wheel hoe, highly recommend it. It saves me a ton of time in the garden. And then the farrows that it's doing would be perfect for like garlic and shallots and taters and even bulbs if you're into flowers. Does easy work of digging your farrows, so highly recommend. So next step, I'm gonna get the taters out, get the fertilizer out, and get prepped to go ahead and position those things and seed those things into the ground and then cover them up. So stay tuned. Okay, so my game plan is to use Haas Tools organic fertilizer here. It's derived from chicken poop. I've been using it for this past growth season, and it seems to do a really good job with the garden. So I'm just gonna keep sticking with what I know works. So, and then also, since I didn't run a broadleaf, like a Kodiak mustard cover crop to biofumigate the soil, I did have this Monterey Complete Disease Control container. You can do a soil drench with it, and it says it can help with the soil-borne diseases. So I'm gonna give this a whirl and keep on trucking. And so it does say to mix like a teaspoon per gallon. So I went ahead and mixed up 2 gallons, and we go ahead and water in these rows real quick, and then get out the taters and start planting those things. So thank you very much. So this Haas Tools fertilizer, man, it's what's a good saying for it? It's the shiznizzles, or you know, the bomb fertilizer. Just trying to be funny here, but no, I've had good luck with it. I am gonna buy their the Micro Booster liquid fertilizer. If you go on their site, I think I'm gonna run that through the drip irrigation. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna spread a little bit in the farrows. Okay, well, I went ahead and got the bags of potato seeds I picked up from Haas Tools, and I don't have any markers to mark each row, so I decided the power of shooting a video in the alphabetical order, so I decided I was going to lay out my potatoes based upon the alphabetical order and then reference this video if I'm confused on it. But I'm pretty sure, based on the types of potatoes I have, it should be pretty obvious which variety is what. I mean, I only have one red potato, I have one white potato, I have one purple potato, and I have a German butterball. I believe that's like a yellowish flesh inside of it. So, and then I have the Austrian crescent potato, which is like a fingerling potato. So that's going to be pretty obvious which one that is. So that's my game plan, and I'm going to go ahead and lay out the potato seeds 12 inches on center. And then I have one row extra that does have a stump in the way. And so I plan on whatever I have left over, I'm just going to, this is going to be like a mixed row so that I can utilize it. I do not plan on cutting my potatoes, putting them in whole. I heard that you do have a better chance of getting the potato plant to grow when you do a whole one versus a cut one. Less chances of any kind of diseases due to the cut end of the potato. So being this is my first go at growing potatoes in the ground, I'm going with whole potatoes, and that's what I'm going to do. So let me go ahead and demonstrate to you just setting a couple potatoes in the farrow. Pretty elementary method here, I'm assuming, even though I've never technically done it. But let me do a quick demonstration for everybody. So there's Austrian crescent potato. Boom, there's one potato. So there's really, based on the research, you know, not a whole lot to this. And I cover it up with the rake. And now it's not quite 12 inches. So that's about 12 inches there. And that's really the gist of it. So I'm going to go ahead and plant the rest of these things, and maybe I'll do a like a quick time lapse of me dropping all these in the rows, and be right back to you. Okay, so I got all the potatoes planted, and I want to go ahead and cover them up, but I want to show you what it looks like before I cover everything up. All right, well, here are all the potatoes put in the rows. One thing I noticed, you know, when you order the potatoes, you order them by the pound, and depending on the size, like the Austrian crescent fingerling style potato, those are small, and then the German butterball potatoes, those are small too. So you have a lot of those in your 5-pound sack of potatoes that you buy, so you really don't even need to cut those. You got plenty. Now when you get the these potatoes, these are the Kennebec, is that right? Let me see. Yeah, Kennebec. Those are big potatoes, and you can see how big they are, and you can kind of start to see the eyes starting to grow. Those are big, so definitely plan on cutting those. The purple Majesty potatoes, these are small too, so no need to cut those. Starting to grow there at that eye too. So, and this is just the mix row. I decided to finish off the red Vikings and put more German butterballs because I heard those are really good. But the red Viking potatoes, those are larger potatoes too, so you don't get as many. So I have lots of potatoes left over, primarily of the smaller ones. I could do another row if I wanted to, but I think being this is my first go around growing potatoes in the ground, I'm gonna go with this. My brother 2 houses down, he has a garden. I'm sure he'll take these other potatoes off of my hands. So let me go ahead and cover up these rows, and then we'll conclude the video and go from there. Cool. All right, everyone, that's it. Tater time is over. I got all the potatoes planted in each of their rows. I'm really looking forward to harvesting my first crop of potatoes here in a couple months. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, like the video. It makes me feel really good that you guys are enjoying what I'm putting out there. If you have any questions about what I did, or any questions about anything you saw in my video, anything else that I'm growing, I am in Florida. I am zone 10A, and I've been gardening now for 5, 6, 7 years. I'm losing track. I'm having so much fun doing this. So thank you, everybody, and let's grow food, and happy gardening.